Hello, snakes. Welcome to your September Earth astrology reading. I am going to be doing a classic Celtic cross using the 1909 tarot for the initial spread. I will then clarify with the tarot of the cloister. And then at the end of the reading, I will pull the main theme from the Sacred Forest Oracle. All right, let's get started for the reading for the month of September for the snakes. We start with your current general energy. And here we have the Six of Wands. So I would say the snakes are starting out their month in a very strong position. They are starting out with a feeling of victory, which is a wonderful, wonderful place to be. And then you also have the Ace of Swords, which is also a card that represents victory. So a lot of victory starting off for these snakes, which is, I guess, again, a great place to start. The Ace of Swords can also be an inspired new beginning. So again, I feel like this is what this victory could be, is in an as bleh, excuse me. An inspired new beginning for the snakes. And I always say, like, the aces with the hand coming out of the clouds represents a gift from spirit. So again, I do believe that the snakes are starting the month with a victorious gift from spirit. But let's clarify the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So with the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords, we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands can be a card of carrying burdens. So I feel like that is the victory. It is almost like the snakes have reached the finish line, and they are at the point where they are able to put their burdens down. So again, like I said, that's kind of what I'm feeling in your current general energies, is like you've passed the finish line, and again, you're laying some of those burdens down at this time, which is wonderful. All right, next we go to the area of your mind. And here we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, he is very stable in his emotions. And again, I feel like that is key for the snakes this month. And I also think that is why you are feeling victorious at this time, is that because you've calmed your mind, which has calmed the emotions, right? So, the kind of the story with the King of Cups here is that, he's got waves all around him. So, and waves represent our emotions. So there could be could have been a lot of emotion flying around you, but you are staying solid in your own emotions, which is wonderful. But let's clarify that King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, sorry, we had two cards that wanted to come out there. We have the Five of Staves, and we have the World. So the Five of Staves or the Five of Wands, this can be a card of conflict and competition. And again, like I said, it does kind of feel like there has been a lot of emotions that are flying around you right now. But again, the great thing is that I kind of feel like you are staying out of the emotion, like you are staying out of the conflict and competition. It's almost like you're looking at it going, this isn't my fight. This isn't about me. You guys need to deal with your own issues, is kind of what I'm feeling here. And I would say that this is, with the World, this is a huge achievement for the snakes. I kind of feel like, perhaps in the past, the snakes may have gotten right into the middle of that drama, into that conflict. But I feel like, in them saying, like in the snake saying right now, nope, I'm not getting caught up in this emotionally. This is your conflict. This is your fight to deal with. Again, this is a huge achievement for the snakes. And again, it kind of feels like it is the completion of a cycle for you. Next, we go to the area of your foundation. And here we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, he is very bold, he is very assertive, but again, he's not aggressive, right? And I feel like this is a great energy to have in especially in the area of your foundation. It's kind of like, again, um, you're in control of your emotions. You're not letting your emotions run the show. And again, you're standing in your convictions, but you're not fighting unnecessary battles. And this feels very wonderful for the snakes this month. And again, I kind of feel like you guys are going to be, because you are so grounded in your foundation, I feel like there's also going to be a lot of passion this month. But let's clarify the King of Wands. Okay, so we had two more cards that wanted to jump out there. So with the King of Wands, we have the Hierophant, and we also have the Six of Swords. So I'm going to start with that Hierophant there. This can be a card of convention, a card of tradition. But I feel like with the King of Wands, you are actually like going against tradition, breaking convention. You're kind of, again, you're being bold, you're being assertive, you're going your own way, is kind of what I'm feeling. And with the Six of Swords, this is a card of moving on to calmer shores. So it kind of like, it kind of feels like as you choose to break these traditions and go your own way, it actually feels like things like life is going to start to become easier as you, like I said, as you, go your own path and follow your own authenticity. I love it. Next, we go to the area of the recent past. And here we have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, this is a card of, well, it can be a card of being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. But it's also my card of third place solution. So I kind of feel like you could have been in a period, I think, where you did have to make a choice. And again, it kind of feels like you perhaps felt like you had to make this choice blindly. But Spirit was saying, no, you don't have to make this choice blindly. You have to trust your instincts. You have to trust your intuition and come up with a third place solution. And again, being that you have those, two cards of victory in your current general energy, I really feel like you did come up with that third place solution, and you followed, the message from Spirit, and you followed your intuition. But let's clarify the Two of Swords. So with the Two of Swords, we have the Two of Staves. So the Two of Staves can sometimes be a card of, like thinking the grass is going to be greener on the other side. But again, I feel like, you know, intuitively you knew that even though you kind of were thinking, oh, well, maybe it'd be better if I did this. I feel like, I feel like you trusted your instincts and you went, no, again, I always say, the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. And I feel like you decided where to water. Um, and I also feel like with this third place solution, the Two of Wands can be a card of making plans. So again, I feel like you have come up with this solution, and you are starting to make the plans. Next, we go to the area of the very near future. And here we have the Hermit. So again, the Hermit can be a card of being on a spiritual search, but it's more of a card of like seeking inner knowledge, seeking inner wisdom. So again, in the near future, again, I would be looking inside for answers. Don't be looking for external validation or external answers. Be looking inside, is what I would say with that Hermit. But let's clarify the Hermit. Hmm. So with the Hermit, we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords can be a card of repeating patterns. So I would say that there is definitely a pattern that you don't want to repeat um, right now or in the near future. And again, with that Hermit card, the Hermit is a card of gaining wisdom as well. So it's kind of, this might be a little bit here. This the Hermit can represent going through a bit of a dark night of the soul. And again, a dark night of the soul can be when we realize that we have been our own worst enemy, that we have been the ones getting in our own way. So, again, you may go through in the near future, snakes, a bit of a dark night of the soul where you do realize, um, that you have been holding yourself back, that you have been repeating patterns, unhelpful patterns in your life. But the great thing about the hermit and going through this dark night of the soul, it's never pleasant to actually go through. But the healing that happens because of it can be absolutely wonderful, absolutely amazing. So again, I do kind of feel like in the near future, you may realize that you have been your own enemy and you have been repeating patterns that are getting in your way. But again, the beauty part of now recognizing the pattern is that you now have the wisdom to not repeat the pattern again. Next, we go to the area of the next few months. And here we have the Ten of Cups. So aside from the Sun, the Ten of Cups is one of the best cards in the deck. It is happiness, it is joy, it is a great card for love and family. But it's also a card of choosing happiness. And again, I think this is going to be important for the snakes over the next few months, is making the act of choice to choose happiness instead of, like I said, repeating these old patterns. But again, the Ten of Cups can also be a card that says, like you have to take time out of your day sometimes, out of your daily humdrum routine, just to experience a little bit of joy, experience a little bit of happiness in your day. So over the next few months, snakes, I would definitely be looking to and focusing on your personal happiness as well as the happiness, of your home, family, and those that you love. But let's clarify that Ten of Cups. Okay, we got a jumper, two jumpers again, so we're going to take those. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this is going to be this is interesting. And again, I don't think that this message is necessarily for everybody, but I do feel that there could be at least a snake out there somewhere that needs to hear this message. So we have the Four of Pentacles, like I said, and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles can be a card of holding on to something too tightly. And I kind of find it interesting. And again, this is why I say I don't think this message is for everybody. It just could be for one person or a couple people, but somebody needs to hear this. Again, this is the happy family card. And right now, September, the kids go back to school or the kids start school or they could be starting college or, something along those lines. And I feel like there could be a snake or some snakes out there that are trying to hold on to, uh, and again, I feel like they're trying to hold on to their child maybe a little bit too hard at this time. And again, it is hard as our children grow and grow away from us too, especially if this is a going away to college kind of situation. But with the Seven of Pentacles is a card of evaluating your progress. So again, it's kind of a weird message, but it's almost like this is a time for you to sit back and um, evaluate the years that you have had with that child growing up. and and look at the beautiful person that they have become now. So again, I don't think this message here was meant for just everybody, but I do think there is somebody out there who needed to hear that. So I hope that is helpful for you. Next, we go to the area of your closest relationships. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is building and leaving a legacy. And it's kind of interesting that this card comes up after what I just said with those cards there, because again, going to school, this could be building and leaving a legacy. But again, I also feel like this is an encouragement, more encouragement, I guess, for that person or those people that again, you did instill good values in them. You know what I mean? Like the legacy that you are leaving, your closest relationships is, one of support and love and caring. So, again, even though it can be hard to let go sometimes, understand that, you've done a good job. You've done your job. And it's time for them to now go and build their legacy. Um, and again, for those who, this isn't, that message wasn't for them. Again, the Ten of Pentacles is a card of building and leaving a legacy. So as far as your relationships are concerned, you are building a legacy right now. Like, what you are doing right now in your relationships are what is going to be remembered. But let's clarify that Ten of Pentacles. All right, so with the Ten of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess. And so, first of all, the High Priestess is a card of unlimited possibilities. And again, for those that, for that person or those people who I was talking to about, the college thing or whatever, you have given them all kinds of opportunities to grow and to build their own legacy. So again, um, right now, the ceiling is wide open for them, and you gifted them this opportunity, which is really a beautiful thing. And again, now for as far as those that message wasn't for, the High Priestess is a card of trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts. Okay, so again, the way you handle things, your relationships right now is going to be the legacy that is left behind. So definitely be trusting your instincts and your intuition and follow those things right now because, again, this is your legacy. Next, we go to the area of your hopes and fears. And here we have the tower. So I do kind of feel like some people, some of the snakes could be fearing a bit of a tower moment. So tower moment is sudden change. Um, and again, this sudden change or major change, it doesn't necessarily have to be sudden. It can just be a major change. Sometimes this major change will really shake us to the core, like it completely flip our reality. And again, I'm going to say like this last row here has really been leaning to this whole college thing, right? Because again, it is a big major change, but again, it's usually when we fight the change that these tower moments happen and when these tower moments can be hard. So, Spirit is asking you right now not to fight the change. Just kind of allow yourself to go with it. Again, you're coming back down to your reality. Your reality is being brought back down to its foundation. And again, so this is going to allow you to rebuild the way that you want to rebuild. And again, remember you had that King of Wands in the area of your foundation. So I feel like if you can accept this change and allow this change to happen naturally without fighting it, you are going to be building up from a foundation, like I said, that is very bold, very assertive, and very confident in yourself and your abilities. But let's clarify the tower. So with the Tower, we have the Strength card. So the Strength card is a card of conquering your inner critic. And again, I do think that this is going to be important for some of these snakes this month. You're going to have that little voice, telling you, "Oh my God, the sky is falling, the ceiling is falling down on me." But again, that is just your inner critic speaking, okay? That is your inner saboteur speaking. Spirit is saying that you have the strength to handle these major changes with grace. Lastly, we come to the final card in the spread, which is the outcome card. And here we have the Five of Wands again. So this is a card of conflict and competition. Again, like I said, you had that in the area of your mind already. And again, I do feel like a part of this, conflict and competition um, is allowing, like this is it almost feels like this is conflict within yourself, right? Like you can either fight this change or you can go with it. You can go with the flow. And there's always lessons in change. And the Five of Wands is a card of learning lessons. So I feel like there is a lot to learn from these changes, snakes, but you have to accept the lessons and not fight them. But let's clarify that Five of Wands. So with the Five of Wands, we have the Two of Vessels. So the Two of Vessels is the best card in the deck for love, I would say. And I actually feel like this is a lot of self-love. Show yourself a lot of love at this time because again, you're going to need it. You know what I mean? The changes are they're big changes, but this is just kind of, spirit's way of saying, like, if you connect with your higher self, and allow yourself to show yourself that self-love, you will get through this challenging time. And again, don't forget that you started out with the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords, which are both cards of victory. So, regardless of these changes and this conflict, those two cards say that you do come out victorious. So I love it. Pretty good reading there, Ravens. Oh, wait, actually, sorry, we still have to pull your overall theme for the month. So the overall theme for the Ravens for the month of September is Fantasyland. Which says make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. So again, that goes back to that tower moment. Make sure you are being realistic, and seeing things as they are. Don't listen to that inner critic. And, again, make sure you and whoever else is involved in this situation are on the same page. So thank you so much for joining me, Ravens. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel out, and I do appreciate it, as I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.